YouTube? Welcome back to episode 59 of The Flip, man. I'm your host, Tambo, but I go by Beezy. To the left of me, I got my guy.
Lex the Flex. This is the Flipside podcast, which is a weekly episodic media, sports and entertainment original.
Okay, by the time of this pod coming out, I should be letting y'all know how my weekend went because, you know, the Tacos and Tequila Festival this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, the whole throwback going to be there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to be effed up. Lex, you going?
I got to see, make a few calls, see we might pop out.
Because I ain't going to lie, because tacos, and then you get the drink,
That's
you get
the
to walk
perfect
around the festival,
combination,
bro.
no
I ain't gonna lie,
music.
when Lil Jon come on, I know some Lil Jon
You gonna be in
songs.
the house screaming like
I mean,
that?
yeah. Look at that.
That's the only song I know about, bro.
Nah, you like Lil
He
Jon.
got that turn down for what?
Oh, he did. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when that song plays,
that
you
bit
know
was
the
lit.
white folks gonna go in there.
Okay.
You know they all gonna go live. But how you doing today, though, Lex? Life cooling on you, man?
Feeling
Cool.
good, you know, just trying to evolve every day and shit.
You know, the same old, you know, same for me. You know, we trying to prosper, you know, every week on this pod.
Yeah.
You know, and we're trying to rig some shit. And I'm playing. But speaking of rigged, right? Did y'all hear did you hear about Draymond getting fined the other day? It was after the Timberwolves Nuggets game. I mean the Warriors game.
He got fined like 50,000, right?
Yeah, because they said he said something about a spread because the Warriors had already lost. It was like 94. No, it was 97-102. It was like you know how when a game over, you really don't need to score a final point. It's over with. So I think one of the players on the Timberwolves had scored, and then Draymond made a comment about I know how the spread works or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like when you hear stuff like that, it makes me think sometimes like if you find you finding me this much about making comments
joke.
about like a little joke about sports betting, and I do understand the severity in that because you know the league, if it is rigged, they're trying to keep it as quiet or as tucked away as possible. But the thing about it is, it's kind of getting to the point where people starting to know now.
Yeah, it's like he's getting obvious at this point.
And then with Terry Rozier, you seen the Terry Rozier situation some months ago when they were talking about some I think he was purposely playing bad to do stuff on the spread. Then Michael Porter Jr. brother got kicked out the league. But bro, people know it's happening.
It's too obvious.
Like even with the Luka trade, prime example. Did you hear about Cooper Flagg getting drafted number one by well, he's not drafted yet, but he's projected to go a number one, and the Mavericks have it, so we know the Mavs got him.
That one was real weird.
But
it's like they had a deal going on or something.
I feel like the NBA gifted that to them because it's crazy how months ago they had a 1.8% chance of getting Cooper Flagg. Now all of a sudden, I think they said when the Bulls played the Lakers and they hit a buzzer beater, on the Lakers, like that game or whatever. Apparently, that game determined with the tanking thing. I guess the game determined who was getting the first round draft pick or not. At first, I thought it was between San Antonio and Chicago. I didn't really, I wasn't too aware that the Mavericks was in there because I heard it was a 1.8% chance then. So then when that happened, I'm like, how did the Mavericks land Cooper Flagg? That's kind of weird.
Probably just told the nigga, go ahead, shake up the league, boost the ratings, and we got you. We're going to throw you the number one pick.
I'm not going to lie, that had to be what it is. And then it's like, it's weird. Exactly.
Yeah.
The Mavericks get you had
white boy.
I don't know if Steve Nash came first, but it was Nash, Dirk. Now you had Luka. Now you got Cooper Flagg.
Hopefully, Cooper.
And then I don't know how crazy this is, but it's not even no Laker thing. But I'm actually happy about this if it does happen. But with Kyrie being out, they're saying that the Mavericks are showing interest in Austin Reeves.
Yeah, I ain't hear that, but that'd be nice though.
I'm not gonna lie. If y'all take the white boy, have y'all plethora of white boys. Have them, because I really don't like the backcourt no way. And I've been saying something about that backcourt, but I think it would make perfect sense.
Cooper Flagg and Austin Reeves.
You got.
AD.
What if we get AD back?
This point, they trolling us.
I ain't gonna lie.
As the consumer.
Imagine if the NBA do that when we get Anthony Davis back.
Hey, I got Luka.
And we got Luka, bro.
I think y'all got a chip, right?
Championship. I'll be talking about Bando every day.
As a Laker fan, would you rather have Giannis or AD?
Giannis.
Oh, wow.
Only because of the fact, like, it's just like Giannis got that Russell Westbrook motor.
Yeah.
And I love Russell Westbrook, but his game, he getting older, he declining. But I wish a lot of players got his motor. But the thing is, they say that's what Cooper Flagg got, and that's what really makes him stand out for them, I guess. Cause me personally, I hope this don't happen because I don't wish nobody to have a bad career. I think Cooper Flagg, he's not gonna be what they projected him to be, only because of the fact, like, there was games I seen the Cooper Flagg, like, during March Madness, and also, too, I seen, like, on Club 520, like, shout out to Jeff Teague and them, they were talking about, like them watching March Madness when Cooper Flagg played. It's a lot of things in this game where you feel like he may not be ready for that next. Well, he could be ready for the next level, but he's not gonna be what like everybody like comparing him as. Cause they talking about he white Bron. I heard he's supposed to be well, I've heard Larry Bird comparisons, but they don't play nothing alike.
Because he's white.
But it's because he's white. Like, I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, I think I see more Kevin Love and Cooper Flagg. Yeah. I see more of like a, like, I don't know. They say he's two-way, but then sometimes you don't know how that translate in the league. Because the thing about the power forward position, like, you know, years ago, they used to always be like, oh, like it's easy to play the forward position. It's easy to play the forward position. But when you got niggas like KD, even when Bron was in his prime, Melo, these are the power forwards that be in front of you. Nowadays, you got so many power forward lockdown defenders that it's kind of like that it'll be kind of hard for niggas like Cooper Flagg.
Nah,
like I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't think like, do you think he could just like get off? Like, imagine if a nigga like Jaden McDaniels on him.
Yeah, I feel like he gonna do his thing. Like, he been doing this thing for a long time.
Yeah, in college. But wait till it translates in the league.
But he the best nigga in college. Usually,
it
the
was
best
a lot
nigga
of,
in college, it translates to the league.
Okay, I'm Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
About him.
I don't even know this nigga. You know him.
Exactly. Nobody know him.
It's not
but at the time, he was the number one pick.
Like, you gonna be that nigga in the league.
Anthony Bennett. Like, he got drafted by Cleveland, but he was a bust.
You know, bro? Yeah, he a nobody.
It's crazy. Like, nobody even talk about. Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, well, he played, but he didn't get to do nothing. But he didn't do anything in the NBA. Like, he was like, he got drafted, like, I think 2014, something like that.
Yeah, he's number one.
Nigga, I'm gonna look up Anthony Bennett draft year.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, it's just a good sign. Like, if you number one. Like,
and he was drafted number one, 2013. And just think about, I don't know what he's doing now, but just think about. Yeah. I hope not, but I mean, but I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of people that was projected number one that wound up not being, like,
it's a lot of people. Opportunity and, like, how bad you want it, though.
And well, true, and it's like with Cooper Flagg, it's like, I feel like with the Mavericks doing that shit, what don't make sense to me is, like, if you gonna replace Luka, and I know y'all trying to get that next star, white boy, whatever, this is a controversial take to probably Maverick fans, but Luka was probably the best player to ever, like, put a jersey on. I know Dirk won the championship, but Luka is better than every single last one of any white boy that ever been over there. I don't even know if they're trying
to replace Luka, because if they was,
that's what they're trying to say.
They would have got more in the trade if they just wanted to even.
It was probably some NBA shit. I don't know.
Weird political shit.
I feel like Adam Silver has something to do with it, and I'm pretty sure he probably was like, yeah, just give up Luka, help boost the, like how you said, help boost the ratings. Because I'm not gonna lie, Luka in Los Angeles, that does like draw eyes. And then and even I told you, like, remember how we were talking about the Anthony Edwards thing? When I said if Luka wins the championship with the Lakers, after all the media stigma that's going on about him right now, only, like, the reason why he will be a face is because of the market he plays for. Like you playing for a prestigious organization that's known for winning championships. Like it's just like a prime example. Let's say right now, like you know how they talk bad about they talk bad about Shador, right? Like let's say Shador start playing good with the Cleveland Browns or whatever. Next thing you know, Shador hypothetically speaking, let's say years down the line he's a good quarterback, he's drafted to the Cowboys, and Shador plays good and potentially do something with them. Do you realize Shador Sanders will be the face of the NFL?
Hell yeah, he get a bowl.
And the thing is, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because of the fact like the Cowboys are the marquee of the NFL, just like the Los Angeles Lakers are the marquee of the NBA. Yeah. So it's like that's why when I hear people like people nowadays say, "Oh, well, of course, shit. I love Ant, but I know it's people that be like I've heard Ja, I heard Ant, I heard Shea, and all them gonna be the face." But people don't really understand, and they underestimate the fact. If don't let Luka win over there in LA, because if he win a championship, that's gonna be the face of the league. Because the thing is, it's sad, but that's what they want. Yeah. They want that next white hope.
I think they want an American to be the face, though.
True,
but
it is true.
Age, so
but I mean, but then you don't want to, because look at it like this for prime example, the love the league is giving Jokic. Yeah. Like remember, like I think of last year or the year before that, Shea was supposed to win and B was supposed to win the MVP, but because they felt like the league was so biased. Well, really, I think Jokic, in a way, it was kind of like I think he deserved it compared to how they'll try to say it. Cause I know sometimes they'll like how when Kendrick Perkins was saying that lame shit, talking about they don't want Shea to win because they trying to push him like Jokic because he white, but. The thing that people fail to realize, and I feel like that's the reason why the league was so biased with Westbrook. Bro, nobody is just averaging a triple-double yearly like this, and you can't just say that this nigga not the best player in the league. Like, to average a triple-double, that takes so much consistency. Right. And the fact that Jokic, you see, Shea? Oh, you talking about his league, like in the league right now?
No, I don't know blackball, but
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like certain.
He just had a 2-year fall off just out of nowhere. Like you can't do that shit no more.
I think that's probably what I feel like him playing with the. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like we all like make fun of this nigga and shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a negative connotation to it.
I'm not gonna lie, I got something to that because it's like I remember because you remember I told you before we got Westbrook when he was with the Washington Wizards. Mm-hmm. Westbrook averaged a triple-double that season, but one thing I noticed that season that stuck out to me, it was like when he got traded to the Wizards, they kind of wanted Westbrook there on like a mentorship role because I remember the year before he went to the Wizards, Westbrook was just in Houston with Harden, and they lost in the second round to the Lakers. Shout out to LA, but they lost in the second round to the Lakers. But that series, I think the league could have probably saw, and not only the league but the GMs, the Rockets organization probably saw like Westbrook mentality and the way he is that sometimes can be like a little careless for a winning environment.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because I heard there's something like going on right now with the Nuggets like that right now. But it's what I mean with the Wizards situation. So when he went to the Wizards, I noticed there was something in Russ's game that was different. Like Russ was still putting up a triple-double, but Russ was shooting pretty bad from the field. And he always kind of been shooting pretty low, but his field goal percentage was just horrible. Yeah. And then it was like you could tell Russ, it was like he was just more so focused on finding Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal averaged 30 the year Russ went there, but he was already averaging 30. But it was like it kind of looked like he was taking a step back in a way on offense, because remember, like Westbrook was averaging 27, 30 and a triple-double every year. Yeah. That season, Russ numbers dropped a lot. And I was like, I kind of was seeing it, but then I remember as a Laker fan at the time, the Lakers needed a point guard because it was like they was always saying like how, and even right now, like now that we got Luka, it's good that we got Luka because I'm glad we got Luka. But back then, like 2021, 2022 season, like before Russ got there, the issue was the Lakers needed like another point guard because they felt like when they had Schroeder and they had any other point guard outside of that championship year when they won in 2020, when they had Bron running point and they had Rondo and then they had people that could run point, they felt like they needed that again. And it was like, I noticed there was a lot of times where I got Bron having to be the primary scorer. Then we had to deal with AD injuries. Bron got to do all that, and he had the point guard. And one of the biggest issues that season was the point guard position. And it was crazy how the Lakers work because it's like every year it's a new issue. Like 1 year it's a point guard problem. Then it was crazy because that year when we had the point guard problem, we had Andre Drummond as our center. We had Marc Gasol. We had Montrezl Harrell. Then all of a sudden, now our issue is having a center. You see what I'm saying? And it's weird how that works.
It's how a lot of teams is. You always gonna be
it's always a new problem. So it was like so whenever they picked up Westbrook, the whole purpose of Westbrook was now LeBron don't gotta run point no more. And even back then when we got Westbrook, I was saying Westbrook is gonna be the third option. Bron and AD gonna be the ones getting easier baskets because Westbrook, obviously, offensively, he's not better than Bron and AD. So, but we know what he's capable of. That's why he's third option. And I'm not gonna lie, at times Westbrook, AD, and Bron look good. But one of the biggest things that I did notice is that whenever Westbrook, it's like Westbrook and AD worked, LeBron and AD worked separately, but the conflict was always Bron and Russ. Because when Bron in the game, now you got Westbrook standing in the corner. That's not Russ' game. Now you got.
Back then it wasn't.
You see now he's starting to
knock him down.
Knock him down now. But at that time, Russ wasn't used to playing like that.
Nah, he used to taking the ball, running full court, get a layup.
Exactly. And then plus too, I feel like when he played with Bron, it probably humbled him as a player. Cause I know it's a stigma out there where people be like, "Oh, nobody like to play with LeBron. It's hard to play with LeBron."
The limelight of the Lakers and shit.
But
when he do make a mistake, they put emphasis on it in the media and shit.
They do.
It's just a lot of pressure on somebody, especially if you're not performing.
Exactly. And then it's and my thing is, I feel like the stigma behind that is you can't even blame Bron because I know Bron haters love. You see, nobody could play good around LeBron. Look at him. But it's I'm not gonna lie. As much as people try to say AD didn't play that well with us, AD and LeBron was a good pairing. His injury problem was an issue, but AD and Bron was a good pairing. It wasn't that bad. It was just if AD could have been healthier at times we needed him.
That's facts.
Things could have been different. Then obviously prime example. Since everybody can't play with Bron, Luka was the only person doing his shit with Bron, in the playoffs. So he can't play with Bron. Bosh couldn't play with Bron. D-Wade couldn't play with Bron.
Kyrie, the best.
Oh yeah, then Kyrie, that's the one right there. Kyrie. Look at what all these players did. Each of these players we named, hopefully Luka and Bron get a ring, but at least every other star like that has got a ring. Westbrook came to the Lakers thinking he was going to be Westbrook. He got humbled, and I guess the league also looked at it too because remember that season, Russ playing bad, and then they was already talking about his contract was too damn high. The nigga making $47 million. Then you got
airballing this shit.
Exactly, and then you got Skip, Shannon, and Stephen A. was on the media. Westbrook making too much money. Then when the Lakers benched him for a point of time, he making too much money to be off the bench. Then all that, I feel like the politics behind it too messed up his look in the league and his image. So now you got Russ signing for $5 million, $10 million. But it's in a way, I feel in a way it's kind of Westbrook's fault too. Yeah. But then again, it could just be situational because I know right now, I don't know if you heard about it, but they said Westbrook and I don't know if it was Eric Gordon, but they said Westbrook and Aaron Gordon had got into a scuffle or whatever, in the locker room after game 2.
I ain't hear that.
And then
who you think won?
I don't know. I think Russ won because it was an interview where they interviewed Eric Gordon like before Game 3. He had a black eye. But I don't know if Russ
Black
did it.
out don't mean you won.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It don't mean
You're
you
right.
lost. Man, they got a good hit.
You're right. But I'm pretty sure like they ain't just sit there and let them niggas fight. So
Yeah.
Russ probably got off and got grabbed.
off and everybody grabbed and split it up.
And then like like Russ from Compton. So, but like, do you think stuff like that is detrimental to teams? Like,
Yeah.
because my thing is, yeah, they do say fights happen all the time, like behind closed doors in the league. But I just feel like when it's getting broadcasted with the media, I feel like then that makes it worse.
Hell yeah, because it's like, man, you punch me in my eye, everybody know I don't feel like pass you the ball.
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna pass it to a different nigga now. I really don't even want to talk to you if we got into it, you know?
Exactly. And then it's just like, then you probably got the organization wondering, like, nigga, who told y'all? Like the media this. Like, who told the media this? Yeah. Like, so now they evaluating, and then you got players probably head on a swivel, like, trying to think, like, yeah, like who said we fought? Like, because I remember it was crazy because how we talking about how people, like, reputations getting messed up. Some years ago with the same exact team, did this happen twice? I remember when DeMarcus Cousins was with the Denver Nuggets, right? I remember that year with DeMarcus Cousins, they were actually doing pretty good versus the Warriors, but they didn't beat them. It was the year the Warriors won the championship.
Yeah.
Randomly after the playoffs, no, it wasn't after they lost. It was like in the middle of the playoffs. Now they on the media talking about some that DeMarcus Cousins and some player that they didn't mention it at the time had got into it, like in the locker room, and then they said that they felt what DeMarcus Cousins did like ruined the chemistry, like just going into that next game, and then it's like, why would y'all put that out there? Yeah. Like and then now you got DeMarcus Cousins, like now he feeling some kind of way about the teammates. You got teammates probably like looking at him and then the organization. If you a black dude, weird. Yeah, and then like they gonna look at you like a distraction.
Yeah.
So it makes it weird. Then another situation when Jamal Murray and what's his name, Bones Highland, was going back and forth on Twitter. The next Bones Highland got traded to the Clippers, and it was like I think it was another situation that was going on over there with him and Ty Lue, where they were saying like him and Ty Lue wasn't seeing eye to eye. Now this nigga not in the league like that no more. He getting blackballed. Yeah. Well, I think he like not signed to nobody, or he did get picked up by a team. I forgot who he got picked up by, but he on one of them deals where you just there for a year, or probably gone next year. Then you got to get signed as a free agent. Hopefully they don't start two-weighing his ass, but things like that happen. But
politics.
But yeah, like it's really just a politics, and then I feel like with the Westbrook thing, I ain't gonna lie, well, not even Westbrook, but I hope that doesn't happen to AD in Dallas. Cause I feel like if AD keep getting hurt in Dallas, they was already clowning him when he got hurt, like his first game. So if he keep getting hurt, now that they got Cooper Flagg, and you saw what happened with the Luka trade, anybody is replaceable. Like nobody expendable. So they'll mess around trying to trade AD, but the thing is, it'll be hard to trade AD because he's making $54 million. So now it's gonna be this thing like how they did with Westbrook. That they gonna just let him just sit it out, and then his next contract is never gonna be $54 million again.
Nah, it's gonna be way less.
But I don't know.
Yeah, AD gonna be healthy and shit though the whole year.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm praying for like AD. Like hopefully, Adam Silver can pull another one, then we get him back in LA.
That'd be crazy.
But to change courses, cause we was gonna talk about it. Not only are we gonna get into that Diddy case, but we gotta talk about it to start off. Like speaking of cases, man. So. First things first, a shout out to Tory Lanez people, because I know y'all going through a tough time right now about him getting stabbed 11 times. I heard
free Tory,
you in there and you weren't even the person that did it, and it's crazy because last week we was just talking about how these females can get you.
Facts.
And it's crazy how y'all hate white women, but black women doing this shit.
She not a good, credible female, though, in my opinion. She a big, drunk, goofy bitch.
You saw Meg?
Yeah.
Bigfoot?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, for real, though. You can't just take her word and shit. She done caused the ruckus at this white girl party and shit. And on some, that's not civilized. Everybody in that bitch. Kylie, the best friend, her, probably some miscellaneous hoes in there, her.
And the crazy part about it that I don't get
Why would you
is
shoot this bitch?
it's just like, bro, like Tory Lanez, he bigger, like he ain't bigger than Megan, but I'm saying like
Megan up if he wanted to.
Like he could, but I'm saying like with Tory Lanez, it's like he know where his stature is, like he know his reputation he got to uphold and all this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think like you got some celebrities that sit up there and do that, but I don't think a celebrity would do that to another celebrity, knowing the backlash that'll come behind it. And then plus, if you not that kind of person that would do some shit like that, it's like I think Tory would just know, like, nah, I can't,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
I just let everybody just see me leave the party.
You
with
see what I'm
this
saying?
girl, and why would I shoot her? You know?
And then plus, if there was evidence he did that, I'm pretty sure Tory would be, like this nigga would know, like, shit, I just did some dumbass shit, like my career over with.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was fighting against this, his people was fighting it, and all of that and the third, I gotta give him like, you know, some kind of like hearing like shit, like let bro speak, like, you know, that's kind of. But I don't like how the way, and it's just like how we were just talking about this last pod. It's like I don't like how black women like do this, and yes, it was black women, because it's like as soon as they heard Tory shot, because it's crazy, like before the situation, we love you, Tory. Then next, you know, the situation happened. Y'all didn't stop fucking with him. Y'all agreeing with Meg, and then even when there were people out there saying that this was false, it wasn't true, y'all was still
keep up with the case. They be keeping up with the lines and like
with the headlines. And it's like then you sitting up here hearing all this stuff where they talking like you know how black women love trying to make it seem like black men is aggressive and we forceful and we this, that, and the third, and we could do some shit like that. Oh, abuse is real.
Yeah, abuse is real, but guess what? She wasn't the victim from Tory. She wasn't Tory's victim. So all the other ladies that it happened to, it just make it harder.
Yeah, like,
you know.
Because like, you know how we talked about the Bill Cosby and the Michael Jacksons and all the stuff that be happening, like even with Shannon Sharp's situation, like we seen the text messages, like you were into BDSM with this nigga, like this was what y'all relationship was. Yeah. And from the other cases, from the other girls he didn't dealt with, they all were saying that, hey, Shannon Sharp, like, you know, with him, like, you know, most of the girls he was dealing with, they consensually agreed to the acts with Shannon, right? Even with the shit with Cassie and Diddy, I'm not saying free Diddy because Diddy is a freaky ass nigga and the shit he did, like you can't free him.
He too
but
freaky.
The thing is,
he
overboard. But the thing is, they did just come out talking about Cassie and Diddy. Like Cassie liked to do this shit with Diddy. Her only problem was that, like, it was too frequent with this nigga. Yeah. So she wanted to do this shit with Diddy.
Yeah, I seen some messages that said, like, she was agreeing to it sometimes. Like, even asking for it.
Yeah, like, and then I saw some weird shit where they said, I don't even want to say it. Like, y'all can read it because, I'm not trying to, like, just say all that. Like, do y'all want to hear what happened? All right, well, boom. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Basically, they said that Cassie said that after the dude and her finished off, Diddy wanted the dude to bust on that shit. And I don't think nobody want to hear that.
Diddy, we're in your uncle. Get your uncle from.
That's your uncle, nigga. Hell, to keep it on you?
Yeah, I knew Meg was lying when she couldn't tell the truth about fucking Tory. She lied to Gayle King.
Yeah, she knew she fucked him.
Why the fuck would you just sit up here and lie?
She knew she was fucking with him.
She couldn't be honest with that. The whole situation is questionable.
And then technically, Megan, that's rape because Tory Lanez 4'11" and you said 6'2". So who was doing what? So you raped Tory Lanez. So how about we start a new case? Nah,
we just throwing random shit out there. Might as well.
Like just start a new case. Were you raping Tory Lanez?
If he still defending the big goofy, after it came out that her best friend shot her, you're a goofy too.
But I think it also could be an industry thing because I remember before Tory got locked up, it was this thing where he was coming out talking about somehow he got his own revenue stream or
That's always
with his music.
Conspiracy shit going on.
Cause I think he was getting paid outside the label or something like that.
Yeah,
I forgot what he said he was doing.
But it's some new innovative shit he was doing.
Yeah,
to make,
and then
a lot of money.
And he was on live talking about it. I don't know if that could have been a thing where they was like, yeah, why are you telling everybody about that? And then they got him because the industry love to do
it's
like
a
that.
new way to release music.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, middleman, I think. Basically, yeah. So it's like when the label probably feel like, nigga, you supposed to be getting paid from us. I think that's probably what drew the line, and they were like, okay. Yeah, the NFT thing. Because I do remember that.
Basically sold the album like the NFT type shit. And it's like you can buy as many as you want type shit. And then once they do that and it sell, everybody that bought the album shares and shit, they make money too.
Oh yeah, that's lit. No cap.
And they did not want
Innovative
shit, and they ain't want no niggas telling y'all no shit like that. So and that's really what did it, which is fucked up. But yeah, it's like, and then but to close out though, it's like every week though. I'm not gonna lie. I want to start doing at least one social experiment a week from now on. Also, too, you know how we going to the tequila. Like when y'all see this video, the tequila festival them wrapped up. I'm gonna bring the mics.
Nah, for real.
We gotta get some
Good
content going. And then also too, I know we told y'all about merch in December. It's coming. It's on the work. It's coming up. I want to send a shout out too to my girl. Shout out my brother Delica. Hopefully that black nigga can help us with the merch. Cause nigga, you right there in the household with me. Come on, bro. And Lex, you got anybody? Hold on. I forgot. And then shout out my girl. Just shout out everybody. Shout out the whole team. Shout out Party. Even shout out what they podcast called? I forgot.
Role players.
Shout out the role players, man. We see y'all working.
Yeah.
Got something?
I was gonna say to the big dumb bitches commenting on my page. God bless y'all. Just stay on the grind, get y'all some money.
And also, cause I heard y'all was talking about these celebrities don't know us and shit. But do you think these celebrities know any other podcasts besides the ones that's famous?
They don't know nobody.
No, so we just talking, saying how we feel.
You just yapping.
We yapping too, but we yapping with facts. And they yapping just waiting for a headline to come out. You know what I mean? But but y'all know how that go. That's a wrap for this week. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Episode 60 coming. Well, we got something special for y'all for episode 60.
Chris Brown gonna be in this bitch.
Chris Brown gonna be here. It's a man on the fly. No, we got Charleston White coming next week.
Charleston White.
I see Dub. Nigga, I see V. We got see Dub coming. One eye. Yeah.
Nah, nigga.
Shannon. I said Shannon, but Charleston. But all right, y'all. Catch us on the flip side.